The figures for the number of divorces in England and Wales come out later this morning, but are some couples being encouraged to split up by the mega settlements being paid out when well-known celebrities divorce? Some lawyers claim these high-profile cases are encouraging unrealistic expectations among ordinary couples. Joining us now is Peter Martin, the head of family law at Osmond, Gaunt and Rose. Very good morning to you.
Morning.
Have you got any inkling about what the figures will show when they come out this morning?
Unfortunately not, but what the statistics don't show is the most important question, which is whether or not people are divorcing well or badly.
Can you divorce well?
Yes, you can. You see, when a client comes into a solicitor and wants to talk about their divorce, they're in the height of emotion. They need sensitive advice, they need objective advice, because the initial reaction is that you want to hit out. You want to try to get your own back on your partner, or you're extremely upset, obviously, and so therefore the reaction is emotional. What the solicitors need to do is to try to make people behave objectively and try to deal with things, if they can, to the benefit both of the family and of the children. That's a difficult task. It's made a lot more difficult when people turn around to you and say, well, that's not what the McCartneys have done, that's not what various other high-profile, high-conflict divorces have done. Surely, if this was a good way to go forward, more people would be doing it, because what they see in the news is only, of course, the bad news.
Yes. So do you think then that more celebrities should try harder to have good divorces, or do you think that the media has a responsibility in reporting the lower profile cases where people do have amicable splits, or does that just not make good enough headlines?
I understand that it doesn't make headlines at all to have a headline which says famous couple, divorce, children happy, everything sorted out.
I don't know, I think that sounds like quite a good story.
Well, it could be, and perhaps if actually some more people came forward who've dealt with it in that way, it might encourage people to do so.
But do you really think that how celebrities divorce has an impact on what, as you've already said, as we all know, is a very highly emotional event? I mean, really, when you're in the midst of a divorce, you don't care what celebrities are doing, do you?
Well, you may not care what celebrities are actually doing, but it certainly influences the way people think. More importantly, perhaps sometimes the way it's portrayed on television. The way the divorce of Tanya and Max was shown on EastEnders was just such a travesty of what actually happens. But people see that and they think, we have to be aggressive, we have to hit out. There's a new process called collaborative law, and the collaborative law process is where the parties and the lawyers all commit themselves to finding a solution. And because there's been that commitment, a solution is often found and people start to work together. Usually people have married each other because they've loved each other and actually want to get on. When a divorce happens, of course, all that gets immediately forgotten. But you can hook into that original process.
OK, there we must leave it, but thanks very much indeed, Peter Martin, Head of Family Law, Osmond, Gaunt and Rose. Good to talk to you this morning.
Thank you very much indeed.